Drawing time. Oops. Oopsie. That's really loud. Okay. Hopefully I'm not really loud, but the music was for in my ear, so you can hear it. Yeah, I'm working. This is a picture I've been working on for a bit. It's to help celebrate the anniversary of my favorite Final Fantasy game. I've always meant to do these art streams a little earlier in the day like this, but when I work, it doesn't always pan out. But I didn't work today. I just did chores. Which is work in its own right, but... I'm probably going to redo the entirety of Zidane's, what do you call that? I don't know. It's his ascot thing, but it's not quite an ascot. So I don't know what to call it. It's messed up. I'm always worried it's gonna make not the right number of fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. 5 fingers. Did you know most people have 5 fingers? Very important. And did you know when you have a power outage and you set your clock, make sure you don't set it for the wrong 12-hour set and then it goes off on the floor? Like, what is that? It's just my alarm. I have to get up at 4 a.m. to take my second dose of medicine, and I thought it was 4 a.m. It's 4 p.m. So I need to change my clock. It sounded very weird, though. He's got big hands. You know what they say about people who have big hands? They wear big gloves. It's always so weird for me on the days when I'm off from work. I don't like it anymore. I don't know what to do with myself. I know I should be resting, but it's hard. Hi, Rada. I'm sorry about that. He's got like... The cording has like a little bump in it. A ridge or something. Interesting. Interesting. I think these need to be closer together though. Yeah, I think that's the line I did for that. The seam. It's been raining all day, but the sun finally came out. I guess that's nice. I used to have a little garden too. That's another thing I had to leave behind when I got thrown out, so. It is what it is. It's not great, but it is what it is. Try not to dwell on stuff. Hopefully this year is done kicking everyone's butt because it's been too much. I don't like it. I'm at least done with it. Goodbye. Leave me alone. So we beat Savage Omega Planetes the other day in Monster Hunter Wilds because it glitched out like insanely. It was a crazy glitch. I think I shared it on my social media. If you guys haven't seen it, it was wild. Trying to make it look circular. I think that's good. That should be I could simplify the details, but we all know that's not me. I have problems, guys. I honestly don't know what he wears underneath it. It's so dark. I guess we're not really supposed to know, though. That looks circular enough, I think. Circular enough. Oh, that's just my cord jumping on me. Quotable! Hi! Thank you for stopping by. I'm just drawing today. Watch streak? Whoa, a 3-stream watch streak. And how does that make you feel? I appreciate you stopping by every stream. That makes me happy. Thank you. Even though I know it's just to hydrate me. Yeah, its cording has some ridging on it. Yep, there's the hydration. And there I hydrated. You guys all ready for spooky time? I don't have no idea what I'm gonna wear. Biggest thing is a lot of my cosplay are still just, you know, in boxes. I need to get rid of a bunch anyways. I don't have a sewing machine anymore either because that was Martin's too, so. No more sewing machine. I have a serger though at least. And it sounds like my mom is gonna let me have her sewing machine, which is very nice of her. But I guess I do sew more than her, so. She's been taking very good care of me. Even though I don't live with them anymore. Because I got that rental. God, I would love to just own a house so I not have to deal with any of this shit. I mean, there's other shit that comes with owning a place, though. I think that one's too. It needs to be higher up. Any big plans going on for Halloween? I used to like to do more for it, but it's food. Halloween food? What kind of food? They have some really fun spoopy ideas for food, but I never have the time or energy to do it. Lately, it's definitely been more the energy than anything. I spend way more time just laying in my bed doing nothing than I like, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Your body says to rest. You gotta rest. I know I was notoriously bad for burning the candle on both ends, especially with Wong, because I felt like I couldn't take breaks. So now that I can, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, what? A break? That's not allowed. That's why I can do things like draw this picture for myself because I want to. I do have commissions I gotta work on too, though. Always need money. Money, 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 money. It was Kitten's birthday a few days ago. That's exciting. My birthday is next month too, so it's coming up. Today, the chores I did was I cleaned around his cat fountain. I washed my bedding. In fact, my comforter is still in the dryer. And I assembled a shower caddy. I left my lion on. I just muted it. Sorry, guys. That means the line is on. I like Line though. It's a very good chat messenger app. I should probably look up some spoopy ideas for food. Just don't know if I want to. It's such... The designs are odd for sure, but they get like odder the more you try to make sense of them, I feel like, for Final Fantasy IX. That could just be me. I don't like that one. At least my sketch this time, I actually accounted for a bunch of this stuff. I'm really bad at that at times. Oh god, that's awful. Were you there, or is it just... He tried to chase a kid and fell and split his face open. Oh, I'm sorry, I have no sympathy. He deserved that. I got turned into a meme. I'll have to see this meme. Yeah, I was reading about, like, from all the people were talking, and, like, it was literally a non-violent protest. Like, it should be. I couldn't make it myself to one, but I was very tempted. Because there was the one in Highland, not too far from me. Oh my god, I think I got everything inked now, except for his eyes. There's one near you. That's good. Yeah, no, I was seeing all the photos. Like, my god, it's insane. How many people were there, but it's also great. It makes me happy. Instead, I was watching a fashion show and eating food. But I'm glad the turnout was so big. I think it's funny. I really wish the votes for PR. Yeah. I don't like understand that at all, especially because they pay taxes. Well, I know PR does for sure. Oh yeah, of course. Of course they do. Yeah, exactly. I'd be okay with that though. But yeah, see, then again, I didn't vote for him either, so. Hi, Banku. Banku was with me when we weirdly beat Omega Savage in 4 minutes. Oh, now in jail or out of a job. I don't know what that says about them. Probably not very good things, I guess. I mean, I imagine I probably know more people than I think that voted for him, but most of the people I would talk to about politics and about those kind of things did not. Hola! Salud. Okay. Are his eyes really round? It's probably rounder than that. I'm not really good at round. These are probably... Maybe that one is too round. Oh, yeah, you gotta think of something to use your sick days on. Otherwise, you lose them, right? Yeah, I think the only thing I want to do now is redo this stupid thing. Any fun events or anything going on, or like museum exhibits you want to see, or maybe you just need some time to breathe. I'll just do a really sketchy one here. Oh, you need to finish. Yeah, finish your Warhammer figures. Are you related to a Saudi royal? Oh my god, I just realized I didn't finish that bit. Can I borrow some money if you are? Dude, that's a huge family. Do you guys actually do like family reunions and stuff? Oh my god, so you do. Yeah, I know when I worked at the print shop, we would make shirts for family reunions, and some of them were insane, the amount of people they were. It only got really bad though once everyone decided that they had to have different shirts for different family lines. Like, oh my god. That was your dad's side? Oh, is this your mom's side then? My family barely talks to each other. Pick in my hallway have some relatives as little kids from 1920s, and 6 are still alive. Wow. Oldest known relative is 106. Bunch of 90s overall. Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, my family's definitely more of a, they stick with the nuclear family and that's it. I mean, I know some of my cousins and stuff, but we're not that close. Evening! They remember when no one had cars and now they make YouTube videos. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I always thought it was such a weird thing to think about the fact that most of me and my friends grew up without, like, you know, as internet was being developed. So it's weird enough there. Oops, I don't want to delete that one. Or the irony of all your teachers being like, you'll never be able to just walk around with a calculator in your pocket. Well, guess what, bitches? I do. In school, 11? I'm not sure what age I was. I just remember, like, it all coming, you know, not having stuff and then suddenly having access to things. We had a 56K dial-up up until sometime when I was in college, though, so... Taking online classes was hard. So I usually went to the college and set up Wi-Fi once I got my laptop, which I also didn't get it until I was in college. Blow up a house some person on the other side of the planet made over 6 hours. Huh. I don't remember that one, but that doesn't mean anything. I had a Mac computer, so it could have also just been it wasn't compatible with it. My dad insisted on Macs, or as we used to call them, Crashintoshes. Because they would crash so often. Oh yeah, like co-op stuff. But yeah, even doing it in person was crazy, but as soon as it started being an online thing, it's like, what the heck? I just remember spending time with my friends literally gathered in front of a small screen playing like, you know, playing co-op that way. Like Mario Kart, we were actually each had controllers plugged in. Sometimes we'd have to bring our own. Didn't really do LAN parties because that was a little not in my wheelhouse based on when we got our internet. It's crazy how quick it all moved, though. And of course, the age of when the internet became super popular and accessible, and suddenly everyone was making like Angel Fire or GeoCities websites. Lycos. I don't know what Lycos is. Once again, I was limited based on my computer. AOL CDs, of course. But I think you're a little older than me, too. I remember Planette. It was the alternate to Yahoo? Okay, that's probably why I did actually use Yahoo. Man, those times were wild. MySpace, which is a lot newer than a lot of the stuff I just mentioned, but still valid. Oh, wow. That's funny. That's why they survived. And you can still hear their weird blogs even now. I mean, I guess I could see that. That is a market, a pretty stable market, I guess. Which is why it's always funny when they're like, we should crack down on this, and it's like, guys, regardless of what you think, pornography is a very popular and lucrative market. I'm sorry, you're not gonna get rid of it. I hate when phones kept getting bigger and bigger and then I can no longer fit them in my pocket. Guys, girls' pants suck. We can't fit them in our pockets. World's oldest profession. I feel that's pretty valid though. That old adage, sex sells, is still true. It could be worse though. If I make so much of it. Yeah, I know, right? It's very tempting to get into it. Showing my feet, I mean. I'd like to make 10K a year. Or 100K a year. You want to make fart videos? Ew. But you're not wrong that there is a market for that too. I do not explore the deep recesses of the internet, so there are plenty of fetishes I don't know. You have fun with that. Till I find a place. Yeah. I make very little, but that's okay. I like my job. And I hopefully will be making more off of other stuff. But in my defense, I was gonna take on more lucrative roles and stuff that I probably wouldn't have liked as much, but I was discouraged from doing so I could be there to do Akiba soul work. Yeah, like I said, I give up a lot, so I'm a little salty about things. I think I have a right to be salty. I do make a lot more than I used to, though, just by getting a raise and stuff. I have been kind of looking into like a secondary part-time thing I could do like at any of the evenings. Preferably something remote so I don't have to leave. I'm looking at like social media specifically. I think that looks a lot better, don't you? I really don't know what his thing is doing. And when I was looking at it, it's drawn so many different ways. Like I couldn't figure out like one static reference. So, you know, this is what we're getting. It's my take on it. Okay, now do I have everything inked? Looks like it. I'll probably have to play with Vivi's eyes a bit still, but... Making some folders here. I'm actually gonna start with Vivi though, just because of this part right here. Should be easy. Wow, look at it. So hard. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the eyes aren't gonna line up, which just means I'll have to... I don't know, is it like too narrow or something, maybe? Something looks off. At least that looks a little better. And give it some depth. I can clean up this stuff later, so it's not a big if I get out of the lines or make a mess. That's not what I... Oh my god, it looks like he's crying now. That's the wrong blur anyways. I wanted a Gaussian. I do a very mild one there too. I think that looks a little better. I almost got soda up my nose. That's not how you drink soda. He's got like so many different colors. I like Vivi. He's a good boy. Not invert. Oh, this looks too light. I think that's a better shade. And then since now I actually, when I drew part of this, I didn't have the reference right in front of me. So now I see that these actually are also segmented things. His patches. And these are also the same color. Hee 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 hee. That's the only thing that color, right? Yeah. He's got a lot of that one red on there. Interesting. It's like a reddish brown. I don't know what you call it. Umber? Burnt umber? Umbrage? Oh, right. Okay, it didn't. Sometimes it doesn't take that shortcut key for some reason. I don't know why. Hat. Goodbye, cat. I'm sorry that I said hat. I must have offended him. I just want to work hard so my cat can have a good life. Ba-ba-dum. Herma. I'm still selling my stuff off to get some more money and clear space out, so that's going slowly, but it is moving at least. Always sad sometimes to say goodbye to stuff, but at the same time, I have no place for it. So better for it to go somewhere safer, where somebody else can enjoy it. I'll definitely have some random cleaning up to do here and there. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Woo, more shading. In the end, all you really are is more shading. Here we go. Wow. I can't think of anything else exciting going to happen, really, for me. I guess I've got my last show of the year coming up in early week of November, first week of November, but that's still, you know, a couple weeks off. It's officially been a year since I did Resaturator. Realistically, I'd like to do another original song down the line, but that definitely costs money. That I don't have. Especially now that I am paying many monies in rent. Housing market is whack, y'all. I'm paying for more than rent, and I know people who pay for less on their mortgage, but part of it is when they locked it in, and the other part is, you know, there's other expenses you have to be aware of too. I definitely haven't had the easiest time of all this. Mentally and physically, it's been very stressful, but I'm trying to get better. Try not to get too flustered or sad about things. It's hard, but it's doable. Just keep living one day at a life. Besides a vacation December, maybe taking a day to get paperwork soon. Yeah, but that's good that you have a vacation plan. You hate work so much. I don't mind my job, but it sadly is not one that I think in the could long-term support me. Although I suppose some of the other dreams that I had initially had are no longer valid either. And that's fine. So I don't necessarily need the money for those anymore. So is it, for you, is it the work itself you hate, or do you hate the people you work with, like management and stuff? Because I know generally, thank you for the hydrate, Dead Arts. Generally, a lot of people, it's not the work, but actually just the managers and stuff. Enjoy the work that I do, can't stand the decision. Yeah, I was gonna say. People that run the place had no idea how anything works, make choices based on that. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, nobody gets paid enough to put up with that kind of shit. You all are so dumb. I think everyone who manages like a company of any sort or does any kind of upper position should have to be required to work like one of the lower positions at least once. I don't care if they come into a higher position. Like, they have to understand what's going on in those lower positions and how much work it is. Ugh. So why are you working then? Shouldn't you just be lazy? That seems to be like the kind of confidence that's what that makes me want to be. It's like, if I work, see, in my job though, hard work does get paid off. But yeah, in a lot, that's true, it doesn't. So that would be when I'd be like, huh, I guess I won't work then. Yeah, the economy is really crap right now. Yeah, but I meant like they should have to go back to it though at one point. Like, you're getting here, you have to go, you know, manage what you have to actually do what your employees are doing, so you can kind of like, I don't know. They need to have more empathy and more understanding for sure. I do know a lot of people who were never in those lower positions though. Or at least they act like they never were. They wouldn't admit they were. And of course, it always is weird. You're like, if you were in this position, why are you acting like this now? These people are all so dumb. Yeah. Oh, God. Morons. Union rules against boss is doing wrench turning. Oh, that sucks. No, unfortunately, nepotism is still very alive in most work things, and that doesn't help. But they're not managing right? I don't know. I feel like they need to kind of understand what the jobs they're managing are, though. Like I said, I'm fortunate not to have this issue at my job, but to be fair, both my bosses are oftentimes are out on the floor with us. And even if they're not, they're still doing work and they understand what we're doing and appreciate it, so. But yeah, I can't compare my job quite to your guys's. But there's other jobs that I've had that were like that, where it was like, when you realize the management isn't doing anything, you're like, this sucks and nothing is getting done because it's all incorrect or blah blah this and that. They kill people to be a decent person, apparently. I mean, I know people who can't even be a decent person day to day. How could they do it in work setting? Give them power and they run crazy with it. Most of the job is invisible until it's not. Still, there should be something. I don't know what. I'm not a fancy union rights person, so I don't know these kind of things and like what would be the best solution. But I'd like to see there be less mean, like, bad people in charge. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I believe it. Oh my god. See, that's proof that they have no idea concept of what the job is. Oh, of course. Everything is just, ugh. But of course, then they treat you like you're not worth it, and then of course, but as soon as something were to happen and you're unable to do it, they're like, we don't know what to do. Fires everywhere. Fires. Oh, 5 years. Oh, ouch. I was gonna say, I thought you were there for longer than 5 years. They don't even know how long they've hired you. Well, congrats on your, you know, people forgetting how long you've been there. Yikes. That's not a good look either. "18 years in May." That's a long time too. Only 60. Yeah, that's really not, that's uncalled for. I mean, they don't have to know everything, but you'd think they'd at least be able to get stuff like that right. Oh my god. Yeah, if they're billionaires, they can lend us some of that money. There are some people though who just because of their job position act like they're like freaking snobs. I hate it. So I'm glad that we have such a, like, that I work in such a calm, chill space that that doesn't happen. That's also a big reason why I don't ever want to leave my job if I can help it. Even though it doesn't make me as much as I could be making elsewhere. Just sometimes you need that support group too. Unfortunately for them, they've been with me through the toughest time of my life, so. But they handled it like champs and helped me get through it too, and are still helping me get through it. I don't really understand arrogance personally. I mean, I get being proud of something or something, but the people who think they're better than others just for inane reasons, I'm sorry, I cannot compute. Evil. Evil. Yeah, it's Vivi! And Zidane. And I'm working on Vivi right now for coloring. I'm glad I rep my favorite game for its anniversary. My cat is on his box again. What the hell is that? Somebody twerking, but I can't tell. Yeah, he really is broken in Magic. I actually pulled him, but I want to protect him. I do want to make a Zidane deck though, so maybe I can work a way to get him in there just for shits and giggles. Oh, it does look like it could be Jinx. You're right. She is a girl. Although, if you want to think a guy is twerking, I'm not gonna stop you. Yeah, and they keep coming out with more. Although, I am a little hyped for the next set with the Avatar set, because it comes out right around my birthday. You twerk all the time. That's great for you. You'll have to show off your skills someday. I have never twerked. I'm sorry, guys. That's beyond me. Well, good luck getting any sets that are out. I still want them because they're adding Marvel back in, or more Marvel in. I want to make a Magic deck. As in Magic from Marvel. I want to make her my commander and make a deck off of her. She's my favorite X-Men anyways. With some of these things are going to be more complicated to get rights to, especially when you're talking like Japanese series. It could still happen though. I just hope with the ones that they do get the rights to, they don't bastardize them like they did the Miku stuff. Did you guys ever see the Miku secret lair? Like every single one of Len looks like he's constipated and has to poop. Just sort my measures. Pre-ordering if they do. Yeah, it'll probably be a secret lair though. And we do buy Magic cards at my shop, although we don't really need bulk, but we'll buy it if we're buying a bunch of rares. That's on the PlayStation. Yeah, well, a lot of the special ones like that are. The Miku one is a secret lair too, both of them. I just hated the art in it. They basically got American artists who've never drawn anything anime-esque to do the art, and they tried really, really badly. And most of the time they failed. It was like, oh no, what is going on here? They weren't pretty at all, and that's kind of the charm of anime, is it's very pretty. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And I just felt like it didn't do it justice, and I couldn't pre-order it. There wasn't any card in there I liked that much anyways. Hurdles, sorting and organizing. Yeah, when I first got lost my house and got kicked out, and just had my Magic card. That's actually what I did to calm myself, is I sorted and scanned all my Magic cards that I had, Because he left me with some of his too. That they were all organized, but I don't know which one. I didn't know which ones he took, so it was just easier. And some of them hadn't even been scanned in. Spider-Man seems kind of meh. Yeah, I was so with the Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man, and there were cards I wanted to get that I got, so. But yeah, I'm like selling most of my expensive ones from that because I'm like, I'm never really gonna build a deck out of this. I would have taken some of the excess bulk to work, but we already have 2 boxes, and I am tired of making overflow boxes at work. And a set like Spider-Man shouldn't have an overflow box when it's just freaking new. A lot of the Universe Beyond right now are... They've been really... They're really OP or they're just kind of meh. Far too many 5-row boxes. Oh, I'm sure. I sorted all the magic cards at the shop too, so... There's a reason that like somebody can show me a card and I'm like, oh, that's from this set. I have all the symbols memorized. There's a couple I have to double think about. They're usually like the commander versions of those. And I just usually mix them right in with the normal set just because we don't have a lot of them. Unless they're rare, then they get to go in their own place anyways. I like organization. Organization! I still need to bring the rest of my magic cards over from my parents' house. And then I can put away these ones on my desk. Okay, I think that's where his hat looks okay. G.I. Joe Classifieds. Oh, those are those figures? I know you got some at my shop before. It's my shop. Yeah, I own this shop now. It's definitely not. I just work there. I don't think we have any more right now, though. We got a bunch of old figures in, but I don't think there was any G.I. Joe that I remember. That's his arm. Zidane's arm, not Vivi's arm. You have a job for me. Depends. Yeah, and little stores like the store I work at are less likely to get stuff like that too. Because I have to keep explaining this to people with like Pokemon and stuff. They allocate stuff so badly and they always give it to the bigger stores more than the little stores. I think the exception is actually Lorcana and Magic. Both of those I think tend to be more friendly to the local stores. Especially because we run games for both of those. We can't run games for some of the others though. Oh, that's way too light. My god. It's so light. So light. I don't like it. Maybe like that. Yeah, that's pretty much right. They don't like us. We're not trying to be mean, guys. They just don't like us. Now it's some cat twerking. Yeah, I get to tell everyone that story. Like every time they're like, why don't you have more Pokemon? Or why don't you have One Piece? And blah, blah. It's like, dude, we ordered it. Did we get it? No. Hell, we ordered, even for some of the other stuff, we'll order like 50 and get like 10. A sloth? It's a sloth. You like your twerkers. Oh, that is weird. Yeah, I'm at the mercy. We're at the mercy of whatever they send us. Which sucks because, yeah, we don't always get a lot of the cool stuff because of that. At least in our shop, they're pretty good. And we also limit what what we'll sell per person, which helps us let it last longer. Oh, yeah. P.O. boxes are going. People don't like shipping to them. Scalpels need. They do need to get a life. I hate it. Well, that for me, I mostly run into it when I'm trying to get secret layers. Because there were secret layers I want, but I'm like, I don't want to pay that much on them. And I didn't want them that bad. Like, I was going to get the Jaws one because I like sharks. And it sold out too fast. I only got one of the Final Fantasy ones I wanted. Although one of the customers at work says he has one of the extras of the JP ones he'll sell me. So I'm waiting for it. Because I don't mind if it's in Japanese. I can read it just fine. Oh. Yeah, it sucks. I know my medication is a FedEx thing that requires signature for it. My narcolepsy med, because it's a controlled substance. So it actually worked really well when I was still living at home because my parents were always home, or somebody was always home. Like, because my dad worked from home, my mom usually didn't go out till later in the day, so one of the two was home to get it. Although last time they delivered it to here, I was still home and hadn't left for work. But my roommate's home, so I have somebody here. Prior to that, back when I still lived with Wong, I would just have to figure out what day it was and either hope they got there before I left for work or have to have my mom meet me there and stay at my house until they got there. But at least they give me, like, the information so I know. Like, I know in this case it's going to be here this Tuesday if my refill is. He's a monkey. He's a monkey. Like that. Yeah, he's a monkey. Be better if he was a cat, but he is a monkey. Monkey, 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 monkey. It is a monkey tail. Oh, that was cheese. I got cheesed. Thank you for cheesing me. I do need to make more silly redeems like that. You forgot monkeys have long tails? What? Where have you been? You need to go to a zoo. Maybe stay in it too. Yeah, monkeys have long tails. Most do anyways. I mean, there's gotta be types that don't have as long. Yes, he's a monkey. And you don't even know this. It's your own. You are a monkey and you don't know this. What a travesty. The monkeys are very disappointed. I'm a bunny. You can tell. That's why I'm so violent. Actually, my assigned element is fire, so I'm a fire monkey in Chinese Zodiac, a fire rabbit, which does make a lot more sense for my personality-wise. I do like to hand people chicken and ask them as awkwardly as possible, would you like this? You know, would you like this? With that word. I have some delicacy. I know some of my friends I grew up with are dragons because they were born like, you know how in school year some of the people will have birthdays into the next year? Yeah. because I'm a November baby. Like I said, my birthday's coming up next month. And they were later on. They were born later, so they were before the cutoff date, but they were in the year after. So they ended the year after pushed it to dragon. It's just sad. I wanted to be a dragon. I wanted to be a dragon, but I've learned to like bunny. And yeah, because the guy I almost married was Chinese, I learned a lot more about that stuff too. I'm a saggy? No. I'm a Scorpio. I'm in the Scorpio cutoff for Western. Early November. Mid-November? Yeah, I'm Scorpio. I'll sting you! Scorpion noises. Finish him. Is that a scorpion noise? Yeah, I think I'm pretty... Yeah, my birthday's on the 13th. I was even born on Friday the 13th. Ah, fine, I'll sit up. Oh my god. Are they? I'm good friends with people who feed me, to be fair, so. And aren't mean to me. Sassing is not being mean. Sassing me back when I sass you is totally allowed. Finally got my really quiet coworker to do that to me too. And she always apologizes, like, no, don't apologize. That's what I want you to do. That's the 80s. My god, you're old. Shh, I know, I'm old too. I'm a late 80s baby. I've made it pretty clear that about my age before, so. I don't want to be this old. Everyone at the comic shop thinks I looks 25, so I'll take it. I liked the 90 era of music. You'll get an ad. You get an ad, and you get an ad. Ads! I hope you guys like ads. Ba-ba-dum-bum, ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. Hi. And welcome back, guys. Welcome back from the ads. Don't worry, you missed absolutely nothing. Just me screaming a bit about ads. Which means the VOD will happen. What were they giving you? Was it something good? Can it at least be like Taco Bell or something? I used to get shit ads on people's. I did get Taco Bell like once or twice. Nah, something new. Red Bull. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna mimic Arata. I still need to add more to this one too, but that's okay. All right. My cat really sounds like that. Banku can confirm. He sings the song of his people. He's so silly. I love my kitty. Did your fish make noise? And why did you kill your fish? Fish do that though, they do die. Did you not feed them? Properly water them? I even cleaned Arata's cat fountain this morning, so it's all nice and clean. Crisp water. Crisps. Oh, diet of old age. Okay, that's like a totally different thing. You made it sound like they were just like, they're gone, that's it. No, they live forever. Guppies? Okay, yeah. My guppies died because kittens, goldfish ate them. When I was a kid. I wouldn't want fish now, though. I can't deal with the smell of the tank and the dirtiness of it. Yeah, growing up I had a lot of animals. Fish and lizards and turtles. I didn't have any snakes. I would have loved to have a snake. I like snakes. I also always wanted a ferret. Nowadays, I just want a cat. It's just easy. I don't got the energy for these other guys. Sorry. That's why you gotta get 2 cats. See? Easy. Solution is solved. Yeah, because they do say if you're not gonna be home, you probably wanna get 2 pets. I feel bad that I'm gone so much, but at least, Hi! I just heard my cat. Yeah, I'd like to get having 2 cats at a time is good because then the cat has somebody to look at and play with and be friends with. Meow. Arata's screaming behind me now, as he's apt to do. They were a pain in the ass? Well, that's because you don't understand how good cats are. Cats are best. I don't think I would have the energy for a dog, though. I'll live vicariously through other people's dogs. What, I should capture Kitten and keep her in my house? I don't know if that's legal, but I'm pretty sure I could do it. Oh my god. My cat is making my roommate give him treats. Oh no. Yeah, you just dragged him out to the kitchen. When do you want to be a cat? We all want to be cats. The life though, think about it. You just get to sit there and look cute all the time and get pampered. It's a dream job, man. I'd do that. You had cat ears? Kitten's got a bunch. I can always borrow one of hers. Actually, one of my cosplay had cat ears with it. You know what? Some cats are better as barn cats for sure. Yeah, it definitely plays, but also, yeah, if you weren't home enough for them first to get used to you, it can be a problem too. Or if they aren't used to being inside all the time or whatnot. You know, there's a lot of different things. That I still could not handle without a cat. And honestly, without my cat, I would have been so much worse off this year with everything that happened. But he saved me, just like I saved him, because he's a rescue too. Cats are so beautiful for that. All they want in exchange is you to feed them. See, I don't ever want to let a cat outdoors. I would break them of that habit even if they were used to it, just because it's so dangerous out there. I don't want the cats getting hurt. No. I still wouldn't. I know that's what some of them ask for, but like, nope, you ain't going outside. Not anymore. You're an indoor cat now. Yeah, well, I have an orange cat who meows a lot. I just listen to it. It's fine. It's just meowing. It's not barking. I grew up in a house full of barking dogs. Dude, I'll take meowing any day. That's understandable for some people. I'd rather have the cats meowing. This is one of the many reasons that I was like, I can't stay at my parents' house for super long when I had to live with them temporarily, because I'm like, they're taking good care of me, but I can't. The dogs barking, the stress, my dad yelling at the dogs barking made it just worse. Like, I don't do well with, like, I have loud noises themselves aren't an issue, but like angry yelling is. I got some trauma from that. Unfortunately, it didn't stop certain people, but even when I told them, like, you raise your voice, I'm gonna get defensive. I can't help it. It's just my nature. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to. It's my body tenses up and wants me to be defensive. Yeah, so don't yell at me. Happy yelling is fine. Happy shouting is fine. God, one of the times when the wife that owns the shop yelled at her, was yelling, because it's owned by a husband and wife team, the comic shop I work at, and the wife was yelling at the husband, and I was like, oh God, I don't want to be here, and I almost had a panic attack. Boo! I'm a ghost. Fear me. We all have our triggers, though. I mean, I play games like Monster Hunter with monsters roaring and Gundam with booms, kabooms, and stuff, so. Good. It should be. As it should be. Those are the best kind, man. Dang. See, I think when they retire, they're just, in my case, they're just going to close it. The daughter has shown a little interest, but not a lot. And they don't want to make her feel like she has to take it. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, especially now that I'm doing some of the behind the scene things like helping orders. Yeah. I don't see them retiring anytime soon, though. Oh, there's a Rada going. Oh. You don't really. I mean, I don't sell my art really in the shop. I do have some comics in there because I have published comics, but most of my sales for art are at shows. I do love to draw though. Oh, it says just draw and sell crap. I mean, I do draw when it's downtime. But we haven't had too much downtime lately, so there's a lot of stuff to do, always. Like tomorrow I get to start the comics for this week. I always like that. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. And I mean, of course, on top of selling stuff, you also have to be able to sort things and answer questions. And we keep everything in alphabetical order for our back issues, at least. But I've had to learn a lot of different things. Oh, it is. I was getting that one when it started, so I have it all. I actually got the first printing of issue 1 too, so I've read it, but it's actually worth some real money. Not a whole lot, but you know, it's worth something. I was like, oh, nice. I'm behind on it right now though, because the issues I'm missing are in the middle are at my parents' house still, which is not far. Yeah, well, that was a whole thing that like my boss made sure everyone who worked there, even if they didn't know about stuff at the beginning, they're doing a really good job of learning it, and everyone should at least have some interest in it. Like, no, trust me, I did not know what I know about comics back then when I started. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but when I got hired, I was on crutches even. It's true. I was hired on crutches. But they made sure, even though I was on crutches, that everything was kept very nicely. And that I could work feasibly and everything. And they liked me enough that they hired me despite that. I'm obviously not on crutches anymore. You are a stalker is what you are. Because it's so hard to figure out who I am. Yeah, I like talking about the place because I like it. And I like everything they've done for me. Just being there to support me during my hard times. I said this year was pretty much a nightmare for me, so it's getting better. And hopefully it will continue to be so. I'll probably hop off after I finish his jacket. Yeah, it really was. This year sucked. So how about no more. This year is over. "2015, you've done your worst and you've got us. Please stop." Please have mercy. Yeah, 2025. No, not happening. I thought it couldn't get any worse than these other years, like pandemic and everything, and it's just like, hold my beer. Like, of course it is, of course. I initially thought this year was going fine. And it seemed to, but yeah, then once the shit hit the fan, it continued to hit the fan. I was like, God damn it, my health was improving and everything, and I was feeling like I was on top of the world, and then I wasn't. Because we're getting dumber and more spiteful. I am full of caffeine and rage. That's all I am made up of anymore. It's true. Don't you hug me. I don't like touching. No. That's good that it's good that that happened. Yeah, in my case, I'm still just not like quite sure what the future holds. And I mean, I get it. We're allowed to take our time, and yeah, that's pretty much you know, at the beginning of this year, I was like, oh man, gonna get married to the love of my life. This will be great. And now I'm like, you know, renting a place for the first time ever. I was going crazy there for a while because I thought it would have been working. Well, I've been working at the comic shop for a long time. It's just now I went full time. Yeah, like I said, it's like I gave up all these other job opportunities that I could have been making more money and had a lot more savings and stuff like that to do stuff for Wong. And yep, that's how some people thank you. By cheating on you and breaking up and then you find out later they cheated on you and that's why they broke up. Yeah, I've been at the comic shop for what, like, over 5 years now. Yep. Well, I hope he gets everything he wants. And I mean that in the meanest way possible. Oh, damn. In my case, I just could have been working, you know, full-time as a designer or doing web stuff or something and, you know, bringing in at least $70K a year instead of below the poverty line like I am. I'm a little higher than I used to be, though. Okay, that looks better, I think. Vivi! Vivi! I mean, I like being a freelancer. I have no problem with that. Oh, his off-white is more like a yellowish off-white. At this point, if you have a job, you are below the poverty line. What? That doesn't make sense. You know, I always laugh at those things that are like, here's what you have to make if you to be like to afford a house or rent, and I'm like, I'm nowhere near that. But I do afford rent. I just don't afford much else. So always feel free to take pity on me and throw some bits my way, or follow my Patreon, or buy some of my stuff. Yeah. They are. You're not wrong. When is the universal healthcare, please? All right. Usually I only stand for an hour. You guys got me on almost for 2 hours. Dang. I was having fun though. But yeah, so that's the start of it. Look at him. They're going for a little ride, I guess. I just feel like Vivi couldn't walk anymore. And Zidane was like, I'll help because we're friends. Yeah, help the homeless for sure. No, this is actually Clip Studio Paint Pro. Photoshop has a subscription plan, which I definitely can't afford right now. So I bought this instead. It was a one-off. You pay on it once, and that's it. Yeah. It has a lot of the same features. There are things that it doesn't have, but, you know, that's fine. I like it. I use Procreate on my tablet, too, which was 13 bucks for my tablet, so I'm trying to be more official. Yeah, when Photoshop was a one-time deal, I liked it better. I couldn't get used to Krita. I did try it, though. I tried a bunch of different ones, and this is actually the one I settled on. I was using, God, what is it called? Starts as an A. I'm blinking on it. Now I need to know. Yeah, what the hell is that called? This is gonna bother me now. Procreate is the one I use on my iPad. It didn't come with it, though. It's the one I bought for it. Oh my gosh! Washu is on! That's the perfect person to read! Yeah, Procreate I paid for the pro version, though. It's 13 bucks. I'll pay for that. It didn't come with my iPad. I added it. Alright, so we're gonna go raid Washu. She's playing Peak. She's also an artist. She has very cute art. So let's go ahead and pause this so we don't get the redundancy. Set that up and we'll go to the next time screen and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Ikuwayo!